Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, finally we have some sneak peek content to cover. It's felt like we haven't got any sort of teasers or any sort of information like that, so this one's actually surprising to me because I thought they'll be giving some teasers to the collab that is supposedly coming out, this update that was literally told by the dev team on the Brawl Stars channel on the roadmap that this update, the April one, should be a really cool collab. So yeah, this doesn't really hint at it. There's a few collabs that it could be, but maybe they're hiding it because of what happened with the Buzz Lightyear. If you guys didn't know what happened to Toy Story collab, basically there was quite a few leaks and it completely ruined the hype for the collab. And yeah, from some of the creators in the creator program, so that's unfortunate. So maybe they're taking a little bit of a different approach here. This could be one of the seasons, probably the second season, the first season being the collab. But let's just jump into it. So a storm is coming, Brawl Talk tomorrow. So straight away you can see the Japanese theme, and a lot of people, well, there's been a few kind of hunches of what this could actually be. So we see this little silhouette here. This looks like it could be Janet. Some people are saying it might be the new brawler. I mean, it could possibly be the new brawler. We'll see in the thumbnail later on. It could be, but to me it looks like Janet, probably a Janet skin. Here again, it looks like on the left hand side it's going to be like a Tara skin. It looks quite clear, you know, the character looks like they're throwing a shard or a card or something like that, so it just has to be Tara with the shape that yeah, obviously that is Tara, right? It doesn't take an idiot to figure that out. And then of course the main feature of the photo is Kenji, so that is clear to me that there's going to be a new brawler, a part of his trio. I believe he's the only brawler in that trio, and whether that brawler is going to be in a new rarity, which again we'll go into, you know, Kenji being a legendary brawler, maybe there's this new rarity is going to be above legendary, even better than Kenji, maybe just below. We'll have to wait and see. Then there's some small intricacies as well around here. I think we see like a robot or Daryl, something like that. It looks like, again, like another robot. This looks like a Willow robot, or just like an angry, I don't even really know. We see Spike in the background here. There isn't really too much, especially reading the comments as well. I didn't see a lot of people deep diving into this particular photo. In my personal opinion, maybe you guys can figure out something for yourself, and maybe once we see the Brawl Talk, we'll be like, oh, okay, you know, this was in reference to this. This happens a lot, but again, it's just a really cutesy theme. I think they're going to go along with that. So straight away, what I thought about when I saw this was this tweet. This might be really random, but I remember this coming up, well, literally it's a month ago now. A lot of people were saying this was kind of like a leak to the new Brawl Stars season. So you can see Discord is adding video quests. It's like one of the rare occurrences where I see on such a popular Twitter site. If you guys don't know them, they do a bunch of like esports, just gamer stuff. And you can see here, essentially, we have Brawl Stars new season quests. You know, accept the quest, you watch this Brawl Stars video, you get some sort of Discord reward, and it was in the theme of Kenji. So I've seen a lot of people theorizing that this could be leaking the new season. Maybe it did, maybe it's just this weird coincidence. I have no idea. I don't think it's actually, I don't think Brawl Stars leaked it. I know there's a lot of leaks with Brawl Stars, pretty much every single update right now, but maybe it's just the craziest coincidence. So we see here the actual clean thumbnail. We'll go on to it again like a little bit later on, but you see with our light, we see this new brawler and we see this theme here. Again, we'll dive into it a little bit later on. So what I'm kind of finding here with a lot of talk is that the collaboration could be, like I was scrolling through the comments basically, and it looks like a lot of people are thinking it could be some type of Japanese thing, like Demon Slayer. That is a common consensus here. So again, we see this theme here. So there was a tweet earlier on about Buster, the new Buster skin, which is pretty fire. It's a pretty pay to lose skin, by the way. But we see this flag in the background. And again, a lot of these, like, from what we've seen over the years and years of Brawl Stars and update stuff, they tend to just trickle little things in these kind of graphics before the update comes out, and then again we realize, oh yeah, this is pretty evident now. So we see this kind of like demon flag here. So if we rewind back to the tweets from Sly, we see, I think this flag has something to do with this Kenji trio. It's literally what they said, like at 10 AM, and they were probably right? So this brawler is clearly going to be a part of Kenji's trio, in my opinion. So again, the common consensus here that this might be, again, I'm not really familiar whatsoever with the anime lore, or just I've basically watched no animes. You guys definitely know a lot more than me, so I can't really comment on it. There's been a lot of theories thrown around though with this new collab coming out, that it could be just so many different anime series. like a ton. There's been so many favorites that I've seen thrown around with like Sonic as well, Minecraft. We've seen a lot of collabs with Fortnite, for example. There's been so many anime collabs recently. Demon Slayer is the big one popping up. Again, I'm not familiar. I can't really comment too much on my knowledge, but this is one of the most popular ones for sure. You guys are probably going to run with this theory. I've seen some Naruto ones. I can't really see this one personally. I'm a bit more familiar with this anime. I don't really see that personally, but the big one I can see resemblance, and maybe we see something along these lines, because Kenji literally is Zoro from One Piece. I've seen this when Kenji came out. Everybody, like, it's quite clear, right, with the katanas. We see like I can't see it on the screen right here, but the way that Kenji goes with both of his slice and dices, yeah, it could be One Piece. So now we're going to be going on to the Brawl talk. So you can see right here, there isn't really anything to go off. This is why it's really frustrating me. We're going to have to get rid of this chat because it's just a bunch of idiots spamming. But it's frustrating me because normally we get something more. So the other thing we get, which is still pretty cool, maybe they're just clickbaiting us, maybe it's another temporary brawler, but they're saying, all it says is, you see it's cut off on the left hand side, it's Brawl Talk, a new brawler rarity. So a new brawler rarity, that could mean a few things. We did see the removal of chromatic rarity a lot, what was that, like a year ago plus? We've seen the no more chroma event that happened as well, where a bunch of these brawlers that were chromatic rarity, they got reassigned to like mythic, a couple got reassigned to legendary. Again, we'll go into the game and see where this new rarity could lie. But yeah, new brawler rarity, again, it could just mean this temporary brawler rarity. I'm really, I don't know, I'm not really thinking that it's going to be above legendary personally, because there's not even a lot of legendary brawlers out there, and just a legendary kind of feeling of a brawler, can it really be topped in Brawl Stars? Again, there's not been a better rarity of a legendary ever since the game came out over 7+ years ago. We also see this silhouette in the middle, so straight away is what I'm thinking is maybe there's a brawler in Kenji's trio, but I don't think this brawler looks like anybody in Kenji's trio personally. This more so looks like the Swamp of Love trio personally. I see those wings straight away. I'm thinking Angelo, I'm thinking, who's the new one? I think it's Willow. Is Willow in the Swamp? I can't remember the top of my head. But anyways, it looks more like Angelo's wings. And I remember the Enchanted Forest tree. I don't know whether they need one, but I didn't look at the graphic before. But you get what I mean. I just remember that animation with Cordelius, with Doug, etc. It just reminds me of this Enchanted or Swamp of Love. So that's what I'm kind of gauging at. And then we see the Brawl Stars logo here. I don't know what that's really given away personally. Is that just a new Brawl? Like normally the Brawl Stars icon, it's the theme of the update, right? Like we've seen, like it changed to like the Toy Story, it changed to like other things in the past, you know, like ranked, etc. And icon, this again looks like maybe a bit more enchanted, but let me go in game and we'll see what rarity this new rarity could be. So now we're going to be moving in game where you guys can clearly see the rarities whenever you go into Brawl Stars. So you can see right here straight away what I was thinking when I thought of a new brawler rarity. I thought, where would Brawl Stars put this rarity in terms of the order? So straight away I was thinking, well, I know in the past a lot of people have asked the question, why hasn't there been like a rare brawler in a long time? But that's because these type of brawlers just simply don't make them any money whatsoever. You think of the amount of like resource development, the amount of time it takes to develop a brawler nowadays, there's probably not going to be a brawler below the is it super rare? Yeah, the super rare rarity in a long time or whatever. Maybe there might be in the future, maybe some free brawler, I don't know. But also the rarity, it depends on the how difficult or how advanced the mechanics are with the brawler. So for example, a lot of these lower rarity brawlers, they're so easy to pick up and play. Like Rosa, you just smashing the auto aim button. Poco's really simple, Bull's really simple. And then as we go up the rarities, typically they get a bit more advanced. And that's where we've seen when this chromatic, well, the chromatic rarity was out for a long time, right? But when they redistributed what rarities there were, for example, we've seen like Surge, he went up to the legendary, and then we've seen other brawlers. I think it was Cordelius a legendary as well, just because of how unique he was. And then there's maybe some other instances with other brawlers that got put into the mythic rarity as well. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of epic brawlers, so maybe it could be above epic and below mythic, so in this little bit here, or I've just got a big strong hunch that it's going to be below legendary and above mythic. Me personally, just because that's the kind of sweet spot where they can make a bit of money, especially with early access brawlers. You got to think about it. Like a lot of people are saying, well, there's 90 brawlers now, there's nearly 100. Are we going to be slowing down the amount of brawlers being released. And Brawl Stars have been very, very, very heavy on this, that they're not going to slow down brawler releases anytime soon. They've got so many ideas. It's one of the best ways they make money. It's the most exciting thing of the update for most players. That's why they re-log on with every single update to try and have a new brawler. So they're not going to slow down anytime soon. So maybe, I think I could have sworn they said this in a podcast in the past, where they were talking about, like, is the mythic category, or too many brawlers in the mythic category. So yeah, maybe there's going to be some redistribution of the brawlers again that we've seen in future updates. I'm going to take a guess that it's going to be in between mythic and legendary. So there could be a few of these rarity names, just a few that just springs to mind. We've got relic, we've got radiant, exotic, stellar. There's probably a ton more. You know, again, I don't really play any other games, but legendary is normally like one of the best. But when we get into like some crazy names even above that, I'll be very surprised if it is above that, to be honest. I'm kind of scared if it's going to be above the legendary rarity, mainly because those early access bundles are going to be quite substantial. You think of how much legendary ones are. Yeah, I don't want to be paying for that. I don't want to be paying, even as a creator. Yeah, I don't want to be paying for that. So yeah, I've got a feeling it could be like something like exotic, and it could be in between. But I'm excited, but also it's been a little bit annoying because I just don't actually know any information so far. I literally know nothing about the Brawl Talk, what it could entail. So I'm hoping it's going to be some cool collab. The last thing I wanted to comment about, I nearly completely forgot about, is what the collab could actually be. I've just got a feeling, I know a lot of people have spoke about it, I've got a feeling that it still might be Sonic. I don't know why. I just get this feeling, and you can see the biggest one to me is these rings. They just look like Sonic rings. They're probably not going to be them. They probably just got completely baited. But from this pay-to-win community event a couple of days ago, in this thumbnail, I just can't get it out of my head personally. I know they've given us no inkling, but that is because the last Toy Story update, it didn't get completely ruined, but a lot of the hype, especially for Toy Story, like I remember seeing some things about Toy Story first time, and I was about falling off my chair. It was so exciting, and then after seeing it get ruined before the update came out, they don't want to make the same mistake then. So yeah, maybe it's going to be Sonic, maybe it's going to be Minecraft, maybe a little bit late on the Minecraft hype because the movie's already been out a couple of weeks, right? So I'm thinking maybe Sonic, I'm thinking, you know, one of those animes. Yeah, could be a bunch of different things. So I'm excited. I really have got an open mind about this Brawl Talk. So let me know down in the comment section below all of your guys' theories. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.